For apparent eons, I bumped against the stony, irregular sides of a narrow-hewn well. My nostrils were assailed by a scarcely definable menace, a creeping odor of damp and staleness, curiously. The horror of the experience deepened with every dragging second. Then, the mental cataclysm came. It was very gradually that I regained my senses after that eldritch flight through Stygian space. I must be lying helpless in some nameless cavern world toward the core of the planet. My bonds were still biting into me with unloosened force. I used all the art of a lifetime to free myself, as I had so often done amidst the glare of lights and the applause of vast crowds. When I was finally free, I peered diligently in every direction, yet met only an ebony blackness. Obviously, I ought not to walk at random, so I paused to note the direction of the cold, fetid, natron-scented air current. Accepting the point of its source as the possible entrance to the abyss, I strove to keep track of this landmark and to walk consistently toward it. Once my head struck against a hard object. It was the base of a column of unbelievable immensity, whose surface was covered with gigantic chiseled hieroglyphics. Crawling on, I encountered other Titan columns at incomprehensible distances apart. Suddenly, I began to hear, faintly and afar off, the morbid and millennial tramping of the marching things. It It was hideous that footfalls so dissimilar should move in such perfect rhythm. The tramping drew nearer. Heaven save me from the sound of those feet and paws and hooves and pats and talons. Down limitless reaches of sunless pavement, a spark of light flickered in the malodorous wind. I drew behind the enormous circumference of a cyclopic column, that I might escape for a while the horror. I would not look at the marching things. But God, their crazy torches began to cast shadows on the surface of those stupendous columns. Heaven, take it away. Hippopotami should not have human hands and carry torches. Men should not have the heads of crocodiles.
And scary stories have been accompanying men for centuries. They have many faces and forms, but what is their purpose? Why do we enjoy being afraid so much?
jamming in an epic fight. Each quirky quest telling tales tonight. From the darkest dungeon to the farthest star, Evil Cat's quest shows